Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amirta Kalasagastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Tirailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnuve Namaha. Today we are going to see about the fats. Fats are manufactured by God from the plant kingdom. In this world, without plant kingdom, it is not possible to get fat. Even animals are getting fat because the animals are eating the plant kingdom, grass, leaves, everything. So only from plant kingdom the fat is going to all animals and to us also. So fat is a food created by God for our health. Fat is manufactured by plant kingdom by the grace of God. Fat is always good for health if it is manufactured by plant kingdom. If we are not changing the fats in nature, for example, we are getting oils from oil seeds and we are boiling the oils to high temperature to prepare food, to prepare snacks, potato chips, like that. At that time only the fat is becoming a trans fat. Trans fat is a fat which is a damaged fat, destroyed fat and poison fat. So the fat manufactured by plant kingdom by the grace of God is 100% good for our health. How the fat is very good for our health, we can see examples. If a cashew nut is soaked in mud with water, this cashew nut is growing as a tree. The first two leaves are getting fat from the cashew nuts. So the fat in the cashew nut is helping to grow a tree. Take a groundnut, put in a mud with water. The groundnut plant is growing. The groundnut contains 75% fat. That fat is used to grow a plant. Our brain is filled with fat. So to form good brain, we need fat. Our sperm contains full of fat. If you are checking our sperm, it contains more than 80% fat. So to produce a child, to give birth for a child, we need fat. Our hens are laying eggs. In the eggs, a hen is forming. The yellow yolk contains 90% fat. So the fat is necessary to bring a hen. From the egg we are getting hen. That hen is coming from with the help of fat. So fat is necessary to grow a tree, to grow a plant, to form our brain, to have a baby, to get pregnancy, for fertility we need fat. So fat is very good importance of food for our health. Most importantly, fat is very important to dissolve vitamin A, D, E, K. Vitamin A, D, E, K are fat soluble vitamins. Without fat, these vitamins will not be absorbed by our body from our food. So if we are eating good fats created by God from the plant kingdom, then our body can easily absorb vitamin A, which is very good for our eyesight, vitamin D, which is good for skin health. Vitamin E, which is good for issue baby, for fertility. Vitamin K, which is a must for to clot the blood when the blood is leaking. So vitamin A, D, E, K we are getting only with the help of fat we are eating. Next, all our endocrine glands are producing hormones. Each and every organs, our organs are having one endocrine glands. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas gland, estrogen gland, prostate gland, like that. Each and every organs, our organs are having one gland. Each gland is producing hormone. Our glands are working only with the help of fat. Without fat, no hormone will be produced. So we need hormone for our good health. Without hormone, there is no health. Without fat, there is no hormone produced. So fat is a very important subject to our health. Without fat, our hormones will not work. So fat is a must. So eating fat in natural form is very, very good. For example, world best health foods contains world best health fats. The health fats are coconut. The coconut is in the form of vegetable form. In the raw coconut is equal to a fruit. If we are eating, that coconut contains more than 70% water, only 30% is solid. That in that 30% it contains starch, carbohydrate, protein and also fat. So the fat in coconut is very, very good. That fat contains quality equal to breast milk, mother's milk. That is very, very good. Coconut is the best form of fat we want daily. Next, groundnut. Groundnut seeds, peanut, contains some type of pittam disease. So, if a groundnut is soaked in water and tied in a cloth, next day the groundnut will become a plant. So the groundnut is converted as a vegetable. So all the bad things in the groundnut will be eliminated when it is soaked in water. Only good things we are having. When the groundnut is soaked in water, when it is tied in a cloth, within 2 days the sprouts will come. When the groundnut seeds sprout that, then the vitamins, minerals in that groundnut seeds is 300 times increased. So the sprouts, all sprouts are having more vitamins, minerals when compared to unsprouts. Minimum 50 times. Some B complex is increased up to 300 times. Many vitamins, minerals are increased minimum 50 times. So we have to eat grams and grains, all pulses by sprouting. The sprouting will increase minimum 50 times to maximum 300 times the vitamins, minerals in that seeds. So when a groundnut is soaked and sprouted, it is becoming a vegetable, so we can easily cook and eat, or we can easily eat in the raw form also with some sweet, date sweet, jaggery sweet, like that. The fat is digestible very easily when it is taken with some type of sweet, natural sweet, that is raw jaggery, unrefined jaggery, sugar, unrefined sugar, and date fruits, it contains more sugar, and dried grapes, it contains more sugar. So we have to eat fat foods with sweet fruits. That is good. then our body can easily digest the fat foods. So fat is very important to our body. The fat contains essential fatty acids. Why we are calling essential fatty acids? The fat is very important to our health. So we are calling the fat as the essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acid is a chain of molecules with carbon and hydrogen. Each carbon is having 4 hands. This side 2 hands, this side 2 hands. In these 2 hands, one hand catching carbon, carbon, carbon. One last hand catching oxygen, hydrogen, OH group, hydroxyl group. Up and down, top and bottom hands are catching hydrogen. CH2, 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 it is a connection of chain molecule. It is called essential fatty acids. If we can see in our book, in our slide number 40, you can see the slide number 40. In that slide number, we are giving the chain of molecules, carbon and hydrogen. Minimum chain 16 is coconut oil. Then each number is groundnut oil, sesame gingerly oil, castor oil, olive oil. All oils are in this form of chain molecules. In this chain, all carbons are catching hydrogen. Our plant kingdom wants to remove hydrogen from the 9th carbon. From the 9th carbon, if the hydrogen is removed, then there is a unfilled, unsaturated carbon item, carbon molecule. It is called CH2, CH2, CH2. In the 9th place, C only, no H2. So, you can see the picture omega 9. If the 9th carbon is empty, that essential fatty is called omega 9 fatty acid. It is called one place unsaturated. It is also called as mono unsaturated fatty acid. MUFA, M-U-F-A, mono unsaturated fatty acid. It is a essential fatty acid called omega 9. The plant kingdom is manufacturing from the plant fats. Next, the plant kingdom wants to remove hydrogen from another carbon, from the 6th carbon. The 6th carbon, if the hydrogen is empty, see my slides, there is a omega 6 slide is there, see that slide. In omega 6 essential fatty acid, 6th carbon is empty. First CH2, CH2, CH2 up to 5th CH2, 6th carbon is only C. All omega 6 oils, essential fatty acids, 9th carbon also empty. So in all omega 6 essential fatty acid, omega 9 is also empty. So there are 2 carbon chains, there are 2 carbon molecules which are not catching the hydrogen. So there are 2 unsaturated carbon molecules. So more than one, it is called poly. So this omega 6 oil essential fatty acid is called polyunsaturated fatty acid. That is called PUFA, P-U-F-A. Again, our plant kingdom wants to remove hydrogen from the 3rd carbon. If the 3rd carbon is hydrogen removed, that is called omega 3 essential fatty acid. So, in omega 3 essential fatty acid, 3rd carbon is empty, no catching of hydrogen molecule atoms. 6th carbon is also empty, 9th carbon is also empty. So there are 3 carbon which are free, not catching hydrogen. So the omega 3 is also essential fatty acid. It is called again polyunsaturated fatty acid. We can say that puffer as super puffer. It is very super. So omega 3 is very super essential fatty acid. It is called super puffer. Super puffer, P-U-F-A. So omega 3 is an essential fatty acid which is important for our health. So omega 3 is also essential, omega 6 is also essential, omega 9 is also essential. In my training I am explaining how omega 3, for which purpose omega 3 is important, for which purpose omega 6 is important, for which purpose omega 9 is important, how omega 3, omega 6, omega 9s are very important to our health is explained in my training book. So you can get my training book by email and you can read that my books on fats, facts about fats, killing fats and healing fats, about that book. Now, the essential, any fat oil, ginger oil, sesame oil, groundnut oil, any olive oil, all oils contains omega 6 and omega 9 and saturated fatty acid. What is meant by saturated fatty acid? If all carbons are filled with hydrogen, CH2, 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 it is a chain of molecules with carbon and hydrogen. No carbon is empty. That is called saturated fatty acid. So, for example, coconut contains more percentage of saturated fatty acid. Groundnut contains more saturated fatty acid. So, each and every fat oil contains omega 6, omega 9 and saturated fatty acid. Only a few vegetable oil contains omega 3. Omega 3 is not available from all fat foods. Omega 3 is very limited. Omega 3 is available in flaxseed, black flaxseed is there, red flaxseed is there, white flaxseed is there, golden yellow color flaxseed is there. There are 4 types of flaxseeds are available, and chia seed is a type of flaxseed. They contains omega 3. Walnut contains omega 3. Pumpkin seeds contains omega 3. So omega 3 is very rare to get. So many studies says omega 3 is available from the fish. The fish oil contains omega 3 when the fish is eating the sea grass. Without eating the sea grass, there is no omega 3 in sea fish oil also. So if we want omega 3, then we have to get from plant kingdom, sea grass. The fish are getting omega 3 from sea grasses. So by eating the grass, plant kingdom, we are getting omega 3. Omega 3 is very rare in vegetable kingdom, in plant kingdom. So we have to get omega 3 necessary by eating the omega rich flax seeds, chia seeds, like that, walnut seeds, pumpkin seeds, we have to eat daily. Without eating omega 3 rich fat seeds, then there is a shortfall of omega 3 fat in our body. Then there are many organs which are not working. For example, brain is working with the help of omega 3. So there is a shortfall of omega 3 will reduce our health. So we have to fulfill the omega 3 to our health. So now we know what is meant by omega 3, what is meant by omega 6, what is meant by omega 9. So there are many carbon cells which are empty. Ninth cell is empty, omega 9. Sixth cell is empty, omega 6. Third cell carbon is empty, omega 3. So our oil contains omega 3, omega 6, omega 9 and saturated fatty acid, SFA. So there are 4 essential fatty acids. 4 are also very good. Omega 3 very good, omega 6 very good, omega 9 very good, and SFA, saturated fatty acid, available from natural fat seeds are 100% good for health. So coconut contains more SFA, groundnut contains more SFA, like that, all are very good for our health. When these essential fatty acids in the oil form, when a vegetable oil is heated to 700 degrees C, see my slide number 43, that is called artificial hydrogenated fatty acid. So when the vegetable oil is heated to 700 degrees centigrade and hydrogen is passed through that oil with the help of nickel as catalyst, then the hydrogen is filling the empty bonds of carbon. For the 9th carbon is filled with carbon, and 6th carbon is filled with hydrogen, 9th carbon filled with hydrogen, and 3rd carbon is filled with hydrogen. So all carbon chains are 100% filled with hydrogen molecules artificially. So how we are getting vanaspati? It is called hydrogenated oil. How we are getting? By heating up to 700 degrees C. When a vegetable oil is heated more than 200 degrees, 300 degrees C, all the vitamins, minerals, all the medicinal values in the vegetable oil is destroyed, damaged. So no vegetable oil will be useful for our health when it is boiled to 700 degrees C. So when vegetable oil is boiled to 700 degrees C and hydrogen is passed through the vegetable oil, and each and every carbon molecule is filled with hydrogen, all the empty unsaturated carbons are filled with hydrogen. So all carbons are filled with hydrogen. In natural SFA, all vegetable oil contains SFA some percentage, 10%, 20% like that. And MOFA 10% some percentage, PAFA some percentage, omega 3 some percentage, all mingled in natural fats. But in hydrogenated oils, no omega 3, no omega 6, no omega 9, all are SFA. All are SFA. What SFA? Not natural SFA. It is artificially manufactured saturated fatty acid by heating to 700 degrees centigrade. So when a natural vegetable oil is heated up to 700 degrees C, it is 100% waste. It is poison. It is damage. It is destroyed fat. So don't eat any food which is prepared with the help of hydrogenated oils. It is called vanaspati. So don't eat. So many foods contains hydrogenated oil today in market. So don't poison your body by eating the hydrogenated oil. So trans fat, it is a 100% poison damaged fat. That fat is called trans fat. Again, there is one type of fat, it is called triglyceride. All chain molecules, all vegetable oil contains omega 3, omega 6, omega 3 is very rare. It contains, all vegetable oil contains omega 6, omega 9 and SFA. The three are common. In some oil, omega 3 is available. So, any vegetable oil, it may contain omega 3 or may not contain omega 3. All vegetable oil contains omega 6, omega 9 and SFA. So, when it is a chain of omega 3, omega 6, omega 9, SFA, it is a natural vegetable oil. When this vegetable oil, we are eating fat, that fat is not utilized by our body, and when our food contains carbohydrate, the carbohydrate is not utilized by our body. We are eating protein. When the protein is not utilized by our body converts all carbohydrates, carbohydrate foods, protein foods, and also natural fat foods into triglyceride. So our body is manufacturing triglyceride. So triglyceride is a fat not available from plant kingdom. It is a fat manufactured by our body. The triglyceride is very important when it is at the time of danger. Suppose if we are flying in a aeroplane, the aeroplane fell down on a mountain, and we are there for 1 week without eating any food. At that time, the triglycerides are helping that body to live. So for in earthquake, many buildings are falling. At that time, many people are living inside the barriers, inside the falled grounds and houses. Inside the houses, there are many persons living up to 5 days, 6 days. How they are living? Only with the help of triglycerides available from their body. That man is living with the help of. So triglyceride is a food which will be used by our body at the time of emergency when there is no food available. So the triglyceride is also a chain molecule. There are 3 chain molecules. CH2, 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 CH2 like that. There are 3 chain molecules. These 3 chain molecules are combined to form triglyceride. My slide will explain you. Slide number 44 will explain you how triglyceride is formed. There are 3 types of chain molecules. Each chain is omega-3 or omega-6 or omega-9 or SFA. From that one cycle, another cycle, another cycle. There are 3 cycles. The 3 cycles are combined. That combination with CO2H2, one molecule, extra molecule, it is combining and to form triglyceride. You can see my slide number 44. It will explain you how triglyceride is formed by our body. So triglyceride is a fat manufactured by our body. The triglyceride, if it is very high, then it will affect our health. It will give you heart attack. It will give you, it is very bad for our health if the triglyceride is increasing very high. So we have to keep it minimum, normal level, not below normal level. So omega-3, omega-6, omega-9 and triglyceride level should be in normal condition. One professor who is a lecturer in a university is having fever 101 degrees C. For last 6 months she is having fever. So she tried all doctors, many doctors, nobody helped her to cure her fever. At last she got my book, she read my book, and immediately she came to my hospital and stayed in my hospital. When blood test done, her report is very low. LDL is very low, total cholesterol is very low, low density lipoprotein is very low, high density lipoprotein is very low, triglyceride is very low. From the normal condition, it is very low. That is also given in my slide. So her body is crying. So I want fat food, I want fat food. So that crying is called the fever. So I asked her, why your triglyceride is very low, why your total cholesterol is very low, why your HDL is very low, why your LDL is very low. For that she replied, my father is a professor, my father is a lecturer to MBBS, MD doctors. So he is a lecturer of a medical college. So my father will never allow to purchase coconut, groundnut, sesame, ginger seeds in our house. So in our kitchen we will never use any fat seeds because my father is dead against the fat seeds. So I told, why you are calling all fats as essential fatty acids? Essential means we need that fat. So shortfall of omega 3, omega 6, omega 9 is giving you fever. Please eat raw coconut morning 100 gram, noon 100 gram, night 100 gram, and sesame gingerly seed morning 50 gram with dead fruits, sesame gingerly seed with dead fruits, and noon 50 gram, night 50 gram. Within 6 days, 100% she is cured from fever. She told, sir, for the last 6 months I am having fever. Nobody cured my fever. But by eating only raw coconut and gingerly seed, sesame seeds, some fat seeds, I recovered my fever. I cured my fever. You cured my fever. Thank you very much. So there are many doctors who are not willing to eat fat foods. They are not thinking the fat foods are essential for our health. So it is wrong. So we have to eat good fats daily. We have to eat gingerly seeds daily. The gingerly seed contains multivitamin minerals tonic. It contains calcium, potassium, magnesium, minerals, all minerals it contains. It contains all vitamins contains. It contains calcium 100 times better than any fruits and vegetables. We are eating fruits and vegetables only to get calcium. We are drinking milk to get calcium. But gingerly seed, sesame seed contain 100 times more calcium than milk, than vegetables, than fruits. Then why we are forgetting to eat sesame seed, gingerly seeds daily in our life? Please eat gingerly seed, sesame seed to fulfill your health, to satisfy your health. We want omega 3, omega 6, omega 9 fats. It is available from gingerly seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, cucumber seeds, cashew nut seeds, almond seeds, pista seeds, like that. There are many nuts which are very good for our health, which are necessary for our health. In last chapter we can see how much we have to eat, how much fat we have to eat, how many grams we have to eat. Everything will explain in my subject. What is the correct food of a man? We can see in that chapter. Now we are going to see about cholesterol. Cholesterol is a substance like a fat, but cholesterol is manufactured by our liver. Cholesterol is zero in all agriculture plant kingdom manufactured foods. So cholesterol is not available in any plant kingdom, any fruits, any vegetables, any nuts, any oil seeds, all are zero cholesterol. Almond is zero cholesterol, pista is zero cholesterol, cashew nut is zero cholesterol, groundnut is zero cholesterol. All nuts, all vegetables, plants kingdom, all agricultural products, all products from agriculture is zero in cholesterol. So cholesterol is a protein manufactured by our body. There are 20 types of proteins. In these 20 types of proteins, only 9 types of protein is available in food. There are 11 types of proteins which are manufactured by our body. So our body is manufacturing many types of proteins. Among them there are 11 types of proteins, very important. Like that, our cholesterol is manufactured by our liver. That is also a type of protein. How we are calling cholesterol? Cholesterol we are calling as LDL, HDL. What is meant by LDL? Low density lipoprotein. HDL, high density lipoprotein. So LDL and HDL are proteins manufactured by our body. it is different from fat. Fat is different, cholesterol is different. Fat is manufactured by plant kingdom, cholesterol is manufactured by our liver. So, cholesterol is 0 in all vegetable oils. Cholesterol is 0 in all nuts. So, cholesterol is manufactured of our body. The body is, by God's grace, our body is creator of God. So, God created this body. God created eyes, nose, heart, kidney, liver. So all our organs will do good things only. It will never do anything wrong for our health. Suppose if we are getting Madras eye disease, our body is trying to cure the eye disease, and the eye disease will be cured within 1 week. If we are getting fever, our body is curing the fever within 1 week. If we are getting smallpox, our body is curing the smallpox within 15 days. Like that, our body is the best doctor in the world. Our body will try to keep this body always healthy. So, our body is manufacturing cholesterol, means our body is doing good for our health. What is meant by cholesterol? Cholesterol is a vehicle. It is a transporter. Cholesterol is a transporter carrying good fats to your organs. LDL is a supplier of good fats to our organs. So low density lipoprotein is a vehicle which is carrying the good fats eaten by us from our food, which are the fats available. That fat is carried by LDL to brain, to heart, to kidney, to liver. For everything, fat is supplied by LDL cholesterol. So LDL is a supplier of fat. LDL is a supplier of fat. LDL is a protein manufactured by our liver. So LDL is a supplier of good fat to our organs. Without LDL, no fat will be supplied to our organs. So LDL is very important to our health. So the LDL level should not be below normal. It should be above 120, like that. 120 units we must have LDL. So LDL if is very low, then our body will lose the energy of supplying good fats to our organs. So LDL is a very good for our health. LDL is manufactured by our body. What is meant by HDL? We are eating many fats destroyed, damaged in the form of potato chips, oil fried snacks, oil fried non-vegetarian foods. Like that we are eating that oil fried foods which are damaged fats, destroyed fats, hydrogenated oils, prepared food, all are trans fats. So when we are eating like potato chips, oil fried snacks, many bad fats are entering our body. So the bad fats also entering our organs. LDL wrongly collect these bad fats from our food, and it is supplying the bad fats also to heart, to kidney, to liver, to brain, like that. So the bad fats are staying in that place without doing any work. So the bad fats, damaged fats, destroyed fats are not doing anything good for our health. Without doing anything good for our health, they are staying in heart, in brain, without doing any work. It is clotting, it is blocking our blood vessels. So the HDL is the duty to remove all the bad fats from our organs. HDL is also a transporter. It is carrying the bad fats which are staying unhealthy in our organs. The bad HDL is removing the bad fats from heart, from brain, from kidney, from liver, from all our organs. It is removing the bad fats, and it is removing the bad fats and asking the liver, please remove this bad fat from our body to send it to motion. So it is carrying all the bad fats and giving to liver, asking the liver, please remove, send it out, like that. So HDL is also very good. All doctors can say HDL is a good cholesterol because it is removing the bad fat, unnecessary, which are staying in our organs. Bad fats, damaged fats, destroyed fats will be removed our HDL removed by HDL fats, facial cholesterol from our body to motion. It will be removed. So HDL is also a very good. HDL and LDLs are fat acid transporter. So in medicinal terms, in medical terms, LDL and HDLs are called FAT, fatty acid transporter. So there is another name called FAT for HDL and LDL. Why? Because HDL and LDL are fatty acid transporter. LDL is supplying fat, good fat from our food to our organs. HDL is removing the bad foods which are staying in heart, kidney, liver, like that. All fats, damaged, destroyed will be removed by HDL. So both HDL and LDL are very good worker for our health. They are doing very good job. So don't scold LDL is bad. LDL is bad. Don't say LDL is bad. LDL is a very good cholesterol. HDL is also a very good cholesterol. LDL cholesterol is a protein manufactured by our body. It is a transporter carrying the good fat to our organ. HDL is a transporter carrying out the fats from our organs to remove the bad fats from our organs. Both LDL and HDL are very good for our health. When the HDL and LDL will become high, if we are eating very good fats, at that time our body will manufacture more LDL, more HDL to supply the fats eaten by us to our organs. So when we are eating good fats, automatically our body will increase the HDL, LDL level to supply the fats eaten by us to our organ. When we are not eating the good fat, automatically our body will reduce the LDL level. Like that, if we are eating very good fats, coconut, sesame seeds, ginger seeds, our HDL will be very good. HDL should be very high. If it is very good, high, very good. If it is very low, very danger. If HDL is below 30, very danger. 30 to 40, 50, very good. Good. And above 50, very good. So HDL level is going on increasing. There, it is very good for our health. Very good for our health. The health is going on increasing. So HDL, we have to increase our health. HDL, to increase our health, we have to increase our HDL. So LDL, HDL both are very good for our health. So we have to salute our body if our HDL level and LDL level are in normals. When we are going to get any disease like cancer, like paralysis, At that time our body needs more fat to destroy the diseases which are coming in future. So at that time our body needs more fat. At that time our liver will produce more HDL, LDL. Our body will produce more LDL to supply the fats to our organs which are going to be destroyed by cancer, by paralysis, by any disease, skin disease like that. At the time of going to get very serious diseases, our body will increase the level of LDL. So when the diseases are cured, if there is no disease, automatically the LDL will come to normal. So don't eat any chemical medicines to reduce your cholesterol. The cholesterol is manufactured in our body. The cholesterol will be controlled by our body if you are eating correct food. If you are eating good food, if you are eating fruits, vegetables and eatable leaves, unlimited quantity daily, automatically the cholesterol level will be in normal condition. It will not be below normal, it will not be above normal. When we are in good health, automatically our cholesterol will be in good condition, good level. So don't eat any medicine if your cholesterol is very high. It means we have to rectify our health. If we are removing the diseases, if we are getting health in our body, automatically cholesterol